going on, everybody? Cannabis Guru. I got an update for you. I know I just did one the other day, but she's on her second day of flower now. Well, no, this will be her first full day of flower. Okay. I think she's been on flower for over 24 hours now. Or these two plants, these ladies. So, as you can see, I went ahead and did another leaf stripping. I'm not getting the growth that I want to get, okay, like the development at the node sites. I pinched some of these and I got shit for growth on the top, you can see. So some of it looks a lot like shit. I don't think these plants are going to do real well, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of growth at the node sites. I think it's just going to be mainly on top, which is disappointing. But I think the reason they stretched out so much, honestly, I think I had too much red going during veg, because Kind's veg cycle has 100% white and 100% blue, but it has 60% red. And I was running mine at between 40 and 60. I would switch back and forth trying to figure out which one I liked. Then I dropped it down to 20. Then I dropped it down to like 5 and then 3. And I was like, you know what, I shut it off for transition into flower. I don't want any more stretching. I want it to develop, okay, to bush out. But I don't know if that's really going to happen with these guys. They got a lot of tops, especially this one. Got a lot of tops, but I mean, it don't mean shit if they're not going to produce, you know. So I think they're going to be really tiny nugs. I don't think it's going to really produce. And it's got nothing to do with what I'm doing or the nutrients or the lighting, anything like that. It's just the genetics. And like I said, part of it is operator error or grower error, however you want to put it. Like I said, I'm pretty positive that these stretched out so much because I had too much red, okay, in the spectrum during veg. I'll show you how they should look. I mean, you probably already know how they should look. You know what I mean? It's pretty self-explanatory. But look, see how tight that's stacked up? Okay? I mean, I've seen tighter, but that's not bad. See? This is the tighter one anyways. But yeah, look at it stacking up real nice under this LED, this TS1000. This is the stunted one. Okay? And she's stacking up really tight. This pheno may be a keeper, we'll see. I just gotta transplant it and she'll fucking take off. So yeah, she's a little, looks like she's a little deficient, which tells me, well, I've been feeding it about, I don't know, close to 1100 ppm, all of them in veg. Maybe it's less than that. That's around 1,000 something. But yeah, these ones are healthy. That one and that one. This one looks deficient. You can see the purpling. Okay. I honestly, it's hard to say what it is. I want to say nitrogen deficiency, but I could be wrong, you know. They're not blotchy. They're just turning purple in the middle of the veins. So I want to say I could probably throw some Dr. Repair in there and maybe it'll fix it. I don't know. But she's growing, which is good. So I think a good transplant, okay, into some cocoa will do her good. She's getting good newts. But yeah, she's probably root bound, dude, and definitely needs a transplant. These other ones are veg not really nice, dude. They got 2 more nodes to go and then I'm gonna pinch them. And that's crazy because the last ones that I had under seed, I had huge. Actually, that one's a little bit, that one's tall. Okay, taller, excuse me. This one's not so tall, and it's stacking up real nice. This is going to be a nice plant right here. She's growing pretty quick. Actually, both of them are growing really quick. This one's got new veg. vegetative growth on it, as you can see. A little shorter. This was the small one that I took. It's only got like 2 nodes on it. Okay. Which is fine. It had less roots than that one and that one when I transplanted it, but it's no big deal. I transplanted it probably like a day or 2 early as far as root development goes compared to the other 2. So the temperature in the plant right now in the cocoa is 73.5 degrees. It's within range. Okay. I don't want it going any higher. I got this light about 18 inches from the top of the canopy or top of the plants. Okay, it's a little bit further apart for the small ones. Okay, but this TS1000 veggies out really nice. It really does. Plants stack up super nice under this light. So I can't wait to see what the end result is. This plant's going to be full, or this tent is going to be full of plants. These 4 waiting to go into the flower tent. And like I said, one of them, I need to get some new genetics, and I'd like to put the new genetics, one of them outside. But one of these may be going outside. I don't know. I haven't fully decided, but I know I want to plant outside. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm using the Mars Hydro TS1000, 150 watt. And then I'm using the Mars Hydro tent. Don't mind this shit. I had the AC Infinity controller up here. And the double-sided tape, this is all I had. Didn't hold, and it fell on the concrete, but it's an old one. Hopefully it still works. But yeah, you can see there's a little hole right there. I don't know where it's from. I think it's came that way. This stuff's a little, it's thick, but it's not like Gorilla Grow Tent. The reflectiveness is similar to Gorilla. It's really reflective, dude. It's really nice. I mean, look at that shit. So, it's really a good tent, dude. For a 2x2. Fuck yeah. I wish it had inlets, hose inlets down at the bottom, so I could run a heater or something like that in here and go in through the bottom and out to the top, whatever, but they don't have that in this tent. So I just got to make do. Eventually I'll have my 4-inch AC Infinity fan and filter in here. I got to get a humidifier for this, and a dehumidifier. Probably not a heater. I just need small shit. So it shouldn't be too expensive, but it needs to get done. I need all the works for this little tent so I can manage the environment. Right now it's sitting pretty. It's probably about 80-something degrees in here according to what the AC Infinity module said, and it was like 50-something% humidity, so it was perfect. So anyways, that's pretty much it with that. There's my 4-inch fan and filter by AC Infinity. Okay, don't mind all this shit. So yeah, that's what be going on, and this is what be going on here. Let me see something here. Let's see here. See what we got going on. There we go. So you can see, dude, they're happy, they're praying. They're liking the light. But they're just so spread out, no development on the nodes. This one's got very little. That's because the top's been cut. This is what I want to see. Okay, throughout the whole plant, but I'm not seeing it. So only in a few spots. But I think they turned out kind of crappy. I tried to get the scrog nice and even, but it was loose in the middle, and there was nothing I could do about it because it's tight. Tight as a you-know-what on the edges, so yep, there's nothing I can do about that. Anyways, oh yeah, look at this reflective material. See how it's got the little squares? Okay, Mars Hydro's got bigger squares, but it's like a copycat design. But anyways, my plants are on 3 minutes on and 30 minutes off, or 25 minutes off. So I get a good amount of drying time in between feedings, because I'm trying to make sure that the top of the plant doesn't get super wet, so this diatomaceous earth works, and I can get rid of springtails. because that's what I'm trying to do. So I don't want them in my garden. If you get too many of them and have an infestation, they will tend to eat the roots of your plants and kill your plants off, or affect your harvest or your yield, however you want to put it. So I don't want that. Yeah, I've had root aphids before, really bad. Not in a long time, but I used Azamax and did a root ball drench with that shit, and it got rid of the root aphids. So and I got little sticky traps, you know, for the flyers. So yeah, it works really well. And this diatomaceous earth works just as well for soft-bodied insects. So yeah, see how she goes. Anyways, if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and post them. Like the video, smash the bell, and subscribe to see the rest of my grow. This is Cannabis Guru. Until next time, peace.